Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dee Blair Gold. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Today is Rhetorical Tuesday. I want to share with you words that I got from a teacher. She teaches honors English in high school. She gave me permission. I asked her typical words that people would use as we are writers, as you are doing a literary work or writing a paper. There's 20 of them, and she calls them rhetorical strategies and purposes. I'm going to read them, and you let me know when you write or read, you look for some of these words. You consciously, as you're writing or reading, think about, oh, okay, well, that's this word or that's this literary term. I just thought it would be interesting. I'm going to read at least 5, and then I'm going to finish working on my project. If you go back and watch my last project, Productivity, November 30th. It is 5:05 p.m. right now. I'm going to use my timer. I'm just going to work for an hour. I'm going to start off by reading these. I'll put the person that made it down in the description box. The first word is illusion. I'm going to read the definitions first and then the purpose, what we use that word for as a writer. Illusion, a reference to a well-known person, event, or place of history, music, art, or another literary work. And the purpose of illusion is to evoking similar themes or tones or establish context. Second word is symbol, anything, object, animal, event, person, or place that represents itself, but also stands for something else on a figurative level. The purpose is creates meaning and emotion in a literary work. Metaphors and allegory are elements. Number 3, syntax, the arrangement of words or phrases that create well-formed sentences and language. And I'm going to tell you, in college, I would come up with some great ideas and stories, but my syntax would be off. So that's something I know personally I need to work on. The purpose of syntax is it enhances the meaning and contributes to the tone of the writing. Number 4, imagery. Visually descriptive and figurative language that appeals to our senses. The purpose of imagery is it appeals to human senses to deepen the reader's understanding of the work. Powerful forms of imagery engage all of the senses. Number 5, parallel structure. Parallel structure is a repetition of the same pattern of words and phrases within a sentence or a passage. And the purpose that we use parallel structure is to show that 2 or more ideas have the same level of importance. Those are the first 5. Now I'm going to work on my project that I hopefully wanted to get finished by this month, but we'll see. This is the second draft. I forgot to turn this over when I started reading, and that was 5:05. So it's been 4 minutes. So I'm just going to turn this over now. So I'm going to work, so it'll be a total hour. I'll come back to you in a little bit and then we'll read another 5. Did any of those words strike you? Have you deliberately used them in your writing? Just let me know in the comment section. All right, guys, I'm back. It is 5:25 p.m. I'm going to read another 5 words. 6th word, historical context. And historical context, it refers to the social, religious, economic, and political conditions that existed during a certain time and place. And the purpose of using historical context in your writing is to help us understand what motivates people to behave as they did, as well as show parallels between time periods. Number 7, tone, an attitude of a writer toward a subject or an audience. The tone can be formal, informal, serious, comic, sarcastic, sad, or cheerful. Or it may be any other existing attitude. And the purpose of tone is one of the many methods a writer uses to communicate their argument. Number 8, Anecdote, a short, amusing, and interesting story about a real incident or person. And the purpose of anecdote is to stir up laughter, to disclose a truth in a general way, or to describe a feature of a character in such a way that it becomes humorous and at the same time gives us a better understanding of the character. Anecdotes may also serve as cautions. Number 9, metaphor. Comparing something without using like or as. And the purpose of a metaphor is to take an identity or a concept that we understand clearly, the second subject, and use it to better understand the lesser known element, which is the first subject. Number 10, repetition. Repeating a word for emphasis. Purpose of repetition, it allows a writer or a speaker to place emphasis on things they choose as significant. It tells the reader or audience that the words being used are essential enough to be repeated and lets them know when to pay special attention to the language. All right, so let me give you guys a little update as I left off on my last project productivity video. I am just now starting on part 4, and my little novelette has 7 parts. I see like 3 was really long, so I think I might have to break it up. We'll see. I've already had done that, so I just worked on this in the 15 minutes. Now I'm going to try to push myself. So it is 5:30. I'm going to work for like 15 minutes, and then I'll be back with numbers 11 through 15. Alrighty, so I did bring in some little Chobani flips. It's almond cocoa loco. This is my first time having it, and I did have, this is 28 ounces of just plain lemon water. You can see the timer's still pushing, so I will be back in a little bit. Wish me luck. Okay guys, it is 5:46. I made it halfway through that section, which is okay. Let me read to you numbers 11 through 15. Number 11 is alliteration. The repetition of the same initial syllables, the same initial consonants of words or of stressed syllables and any sequence of neighboring words. And the purpose of alliteration, it highlights a particular part of a piece through the repetition of initial consonants. The repetition of certain sounds emphasizes not only the verbs in a passage themselves, but on the pattern, creating a musical effect. Number 12, diction. Author's word choice. That's a simple one. The words that you would use in your written piece. So the purpose of diction is it reflects the writer's vision and steers the reader's thoughts. It can sustain the writer's purpose. Number 13 is mood, the attitude of the reader. It creates an atmosphere with help of other elements. It evokes various emotional responses in the reader, and thus ensures their emotional attachment. 14, personification. To attribute a personal nature or human characteristic to something non-human. And the purpose is it connects readers to the object personified. It can help readers understand, sympathize, and or react emotionally to non-human characteristics. A lot of people, the rhetorical question, to me, that's almost like a little bit of sarcasm. I don't know, that's to me. You know, if you ask someone a question, you already know it doesn't have an answer. So you, in other words, trying to be a smarty pants. I don't know. I'm going to work more on my paper, and then I'm going to come back with the last 5 words, and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay? Thank you for being here. Don't forget, if you know anyone that is interested in following me on my author journey or becoming an author themselves and would like other things such as crafts, cooking, come out and hang with Dee and be a part of Dee's family. I would really appreciate it. So don't forget to hit the notification so you'll be notified every time that I release a video. I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, I made it. I finished the bottom part of page 7, so I am grateful for that. So I'll just have to continue to work on this off camera. The timer is almost up. It is 6:07. I'm going to read this last 5 words. Number 16, paradox. Made up of two opposite things and seems impossible or untrue, but it's actually possible or true. And the purpose of paradox is to take away attention and provoke fresh thought. Number 17, underestimate. The presentation of something as being smaller, worse, or less important than it actually is. And the purpose is it minimizes the severity of a situation, draws in the reader. It can also add a touch of humor in a serious situation. Number 18, irony. Irony, that's hard for me to say. Irony. The expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite of what the writer intends to achieve. A humorous effect or to add emphasis. Number 19 is euphemism. An inoffensive expression that is substituted for one that is considered offensive or harsh. And the purpose to cover up unpleasant reality by using words that do not call direct attention to the actual nature of the situation at hand. The last word is connotation. An idea or feeling that a word invokes in addition to its literal or primary meaning. Its purpose is writers often use connotation to create emotional associations that can be either positive, negative, or neutral. Those are the 20 literary terms. The person that made this called it rhetorical strategies, definitions, and purpose. That's the title. As I said, let me know if you are familiar with any or all of those, or do you deliberately use it as you're writing, or did you learn any new words that you think you can use in future writings? All right, guys, so I thank you. That is all pretty much I have for you today. I want to let you know that the month of December 2021, I call it Festive Fridays. I will be having a giveaway every Friday on the 10th, 17th, Christmas Eve, and the 31st. I would be glad if you guys join in. Please like and share the video. That's one of the ways that you can join in to win a gift. But you guys just stay tuned on Fridays. And since it's December, I'll probably do something a little different also on Tuesdays. We'll see. Just come back and check it out. The way you will enter the drawing, if you are already subscribed, that's great. You subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment, and share it with one person. So on the 10th, I'm going to choose 2 winners. You guys take care, and I will see you in my next video. Later, Gators.